Could you comment a little bit on how you're working with higher education to help influence the students that get into the programs that are available, and connecting FNB South Africa to those institutions as a pipeline source for the talent that you need to scale your teams? Could you comment on that?
Okay. So the bank has a quantitative analytics graduate program, which creates the pipeline the bank needs for data scientists and quants into the bank. This means that the bank actively goes to the top universities in South Africa to actively recruit the best talent into its graduate program. This we do as a partnership to the universities. We've also made an intentional decision.
Let me make sure, I just want to clarify there, because that seems pretty innovative. So you're saying that the bank has created a program that is a degreed program in partnership with the university system there?
No. It's a graduate program within the bank. What that means is once you've then completed your degree at university, you then apply you apply for it on your last year. You apply to be part of the graduate program. What that means is we take you as a permanent employee your first year out of university. So that actually then guarantees those students jobs within the bank, but more importantly, within the stream of data science and quantitative analytics. So what we've done then is actually partner with the universities to then actually get to pick the cream of the crop, per se, from the universities from a performance perspective. And then we allow those students to be able to enter into our graduate program. And we actually use then that graduate program as a pipeline or a feeder into other business units within the bank.
So is the First National Bank of South Africa, are you guys providing the instructors and professors in that program, or are you collaborating with the university for the instruction side of the program?
So it's more the collaboration with the university. We don't provide, we can't interfere in what happens at the university level. It's more the collaborations and us actually going to the universities, having talks to the graduates, telling them about FNB, about the careers, and trying to then entice them to actually join our company, per se.
Okay, great. So I want to pivot a little bit in terms of our discussion and focus a little bit on the wisdom that you can share with our viewers around the skills necessary to engage with and understand and deliver to the needs of C-suite executives. So this is really more a question about, from your role, really translating what matters in the C-suite set of problems, needs, wants, and desires, translating that into meaningful capabilities and insight. What skills are required to sort of navigate that, that line of engagement?
So I did mention before, clearly your technical skills, that those go without saying, and communication skills. There's a lot of hard skills that form part of you actually attaining a degree to be able to then be a master at the work that you actually do. But I think apart from those, I think one of the most important skills to engage and align with the C-suite executives are the soft skills. To say that these are critical is basically an understatement. Particular skill I'm referring to is in the storytelling, where the resources need to be able to paint a story to their C-suite executives, which depicts the interpretation of the data and provides the insights the executive needs in order to identify trends and make decisions with that data at hand based on the business strategy. Another soft skill would include public speaking, critical thinking, report writing, domain knowledge, and problem solving, just to name a few, as all of these would actually help the C-suite executives to improve production efficiencies and any other valuable aspect of the business operations that they require.
Very, very interesting. And I think you're really key. You're keyed in on a point that I think is really important, is that facts tell, but stories sell. And so the ability to take the data and the insights and turn those insights into a story, which is really, I think, illuminating the customer experience, in your case, really focusing on the customer facing applications, but illuminating the customer experience and the opportunities to enhance, take friction out of, delight the customer in the way that the customer engages within the organization is it's necessary to be able to take those data points and turn them into the stories that really that resonate both internally with the executives and externally with the stakeholders who are increasingly favoring your brand over the competition, right, within the community. You're not the only game in town. So what you're trying to do is really attract ultimately and retain those customers in your portfolio. Well, we've kind of come to the close of our time together, but as we do close, I'd like you to just share, from your perspective, any words of wisdom that you have for folks out there aspiring to do what you do in the current role that you hold at the bank.
All right. So I just wanted to say that in business, everything we do turns into data, and that data accumulates at a rapid rate. With all this information piling up, the people charged with analyzing and delivering insights ask themselves, how do you manage all of this data? Mm-hmm. On the other hand, the stakeholders in leadership who actually approve the data investments are often swayed by a different question. Why is this data important? If your business leadership doesn't understand the why, then they don't care about the how. Therefore, the task for you as data people is to present a story about the value and power of the master data. You must engage business stakeholders and C-level executives in a way that captures their hearts and minds. Armed with a compelling story, you can increase business relevance, drive executive action, boost stakeholder engagement, and ultimately gain the data management funding you seek. If you actually do that, by actually addressing the why, it will then answer the how.
That's really awesome. Great place to close the interview. Thank you so much again for agreeing to sit with us in this interview. And I believe we have an article coming from your pen in the September timeframe, which I think will be really, really insightful. I won't steal your thunder about the splash of what that's going to focus on right now, but we are looking forward to publishing that article, and we're recommending that all of our viewers, when it does pop to the site, take the opportunity to read for some much, I think, deeper insight and wisdom. Again, Mark Johnson, editorial board chair with CDO Magazine. And today I've had the great honor and privilege of interviewing Nollie Maoto, who is the executive head of business intelligence and analytics, planning and monitoring with First National Bank, South Africa. Nollie, thanks again for being with us today, and have a great rest of your day.
Mark, thank you very much. It's been my honor and a privilege to be interviewed by you. Thank you. I appreciate it.